What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative, tragic story. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Thursday, and I hope your day is going well. About 2 to 3 years ago, I did a story about a young brother that was locked up in Fulton County Prison, okay, in Atlanta. And that brother, he was living in the prison was deplorable conditions. Okay, his mattress was infested with all kinds of nasty insects, bugs, whatever, and the cell seemed like it was smeared, the floors and everything, with feces. And he himself looked like he was in decomposition while he was still alive. Okay, that told me right there that he was under a major case of neglect. All right. And after reading this particular story right here, I can see that Georgia don't give a damn about their black inmates. Okay. Now, as this particular to get into the story right here, woman's decaying body found in Georgia prison cell sparking investigation. Okay. Now, if they were checking on this woman, there's no way that her body could have went into this kind of decomp. You know what I'm saying? To where they could have got her, and go through the process, taking her to the morgue and whatever. This seems like to me, after I went through some of the story, that this woman had to be in there for at least weeks. Okay, and there is a cover up. Now, to get into the article right here, it says an investigation has been launched in Georgia after a female inmate's decomposing body was found in her prison cell. Shaquetta Vaughn, 32, had possibly been dead for over 24 hours with a strong odor of decay coming from the cell at the Lee Arundel State Prison, where the temperature was reportedly in the 90s. Habersham County Deputy Coroner Kenneth Franklin, who conducted an autopsy on Vaughn following the discovery of her body on June 9th, said that the exact cause of death was undetermined. Franklin's report, obtained by the Atlanta Journal, states that he was told by prison staff that they had checked on Vaughn at 10:08, and that's 10:08 a.m., and that she had been found dead at 10:40 a.m. However, the coroner said that he had arrived at 12:10 p.m. and believed that she had been deceased for 2 to 4 hours, though it was hard to be certain. Okay, these time lapses don't add up at all. Okay, she couldn't have decomp that fast. You know what I'm saying? Between 10:08 and 10:40, and he gets there. Talking about at 12:10. And say she had been going for 2 to 4 hours, but I guess with the heat, I don't know. But the thing is, it don't look like to me that she should have decomposed that fast if somebody had been checking on her. Makes no sense to me. Okay, seemed like to me they locked this woman away and neglected her and left her to pass away. But I don't know. Let's continue. But due to the temperature and humidity of the cell in which she was, it would have sped up decomposition considerably, making it difficult for an approximate determination, Vaughn stated in his report, per the journal. The report describes the cell as being at a temperature in the 90s and that there was not a lot of ventilation. Georgia State Department of Corrections say that prisoners like Vaughn, who was being held in a segregation unit with one person per cell at the time her body was discovered, are checked every 30 minutes. Okay, well then that just shoots they bullshit out of that just blow them out of the water, because if she's checked every 30 minutes, there's no way she could have decomposed like that. I don't give a damn how hot it was. Thing is, how did she pass? Okay. Let's continue. Dr. Paul Europe, a former chief of pathology at Fort Benning in Georgia, agreed that it had likely been much longer than that due to the state of her body, perhaps even a day. Okay, and I agree. They know it, and they lying. These people are doing so much, man, wrong. I'm telling you. There was no checking every 30 minutes. Europe told the journal. That degree of decomposition doesn't come within 30 minutes, within an hour, or within 2 hours. Vaughn had been jailed just 6 months after giving birth. Advocacy group Motherhood Beyond Bars said that her death was preventable. We met Shaquetta Vaughn in our childbirth education program of Fulton County Jail before she was transferred to prison. The group wrote on social media. Shaquetta was funny, always ready to participate in class, and quick to reassure others that a rich life was possible after incarceration. And the best was yet to come. So she was actually optimistic. Okay, we are heartbroken that Shaquetta won't get the opportunity to create the life she was hoping for. Her death was preventable, and I believe that. What a shame, what a shame of loss of life. Army ARD or ARD executive director of the group said that Vaughn was serving a 2-year sentence and fully accepted to come home to be with her child. This is someone who was in a vulnerable postpartum period. We know that she had some mental health diagnosis. This is a person who should not be put in solitary confinement, and the conditions of that solitary confinement were fairly inhuman, Art told the journal. It was way too hot for anyone, postpartum or not, to be in a unit where there's no airflow, no air conditioning, no airflow in Georgia in the summertime. Now, and it gets hot in Georgia, okay? I heard people, I never been there, but, I have a cousin there. And, hey, she says it gets severely hot, probably worse than Arizona. And Arizona gets hot. But to continue in conclusion, the Independent has reached out to the coroner's office as well as the Georgia Department of Corrections for more information on the incident, including the temperature in cells and if the 30-minute check had occurred on Vaughn's cell on July 9th. Okay, there was neglect here, and they lying about the 30-minute check, okay? And there's definitely was neglect. They know damn well that they did not check on this woman right here, every 30 minutes, and they left that woman back there in inhumane conditions. I'm gonna tell you this: they would bring charges against people, and not that you should do it, but for leaving a dog in a hot car. You see what I'm talking about? Just say that. You see, they will make sure, hey, he has proper ventilation, air condition, everything that this woman right here that didn't have. Okay? Let's say, hypothetically speaking, she passed because of those hot conditions in that cell. Then she had to be in there longer than they claimed that she did before they checked on her. And that's just what it is. This is a major case of neglect. Could even be worse than that. But what say you people? Let me know in the comment section what y'all guys think. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we're being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.